Oh yeah. Moving on, your first UFC pay-per-view of the year, UFC 311. It's going to be in Inglewood, California, January 18th. Your headline of Islam Makhachev versus Arman Sarukian. I'm going to throw a random fight in here because it's such a great matchup. Dariush versus Moicano.
Oh, yes, yes.
Let's go.
That is the
We'll leave for
people's main
Austin
event
Hill
right
for the
there.
actual build-up, actual video talk. Let's
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about Dariush versus Moicano.
yeah.
Ooh,
Ew, yeah. Um,
gonna
this is kind of like a do or die for Dariush, and this is basically probably Moicano's last fight before he's in the full scale argument for the title picture. Like Moicano is on the way up, he's scaling and scaling. Like every fight that he has, where we count him out, Benoit Saint Denis gets it done. Jalen
that's
Turner he gets it
wild.
done.
Oh.
Yeah, like especially after he gets put down and Jalen Turner thinks he's got to walk off. And then Dariush, I mean, he's dropped quite a few, and this is kind of especially at his age, sort of do or die if he's ever going to have another argument to be up against Sarukian or Islam.
I do feel like Darius is going to give him the most problems out of anybody because Darius is known for his ground game. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, oh
He
yeah,
slipped in a couple of those knockouts of his last five, at least
yeah,
one, if I can remember correctly. But you think he Moicano's ground game's insane. We've already seen that. I
yeah,
mean, I forget which fight it was. He got old boy's arm and shit caught. Hit
yeah.
the hell out of him really bad, but because old boys got caught in a bad position. If it didn't happen, who knows what happens?
Yeah, I think it'll come down to how much dog is left in Benil Dariush.
Yeah.
Ultimately, if he's still got that fight, he's still got that dog in him. If he's still got the Dariush that's throwing those spinning back fists, that's heel hooking Tony Ferguson, then we're definitely going to see a good matchup that ultimately could go in his favor. But if he's got one foot out, it's not the time to be in there with Moicano, who is definitely trying to nipping at the heels of being in title contention.
I agree. And I'm gonna keep my decision for that week prediction. Just moving on for the highlight there. Moving on to Devashvili versus Nurmagomedov. You can't bet against Nurmagomedov. I don't think it's happening.
No, the Dagestanis are not losing the first time out in 2025. That is
No
just
way.
already written in stone.
See, this is gonna be an interesting one though. Like, I don't know. I see Nurmagomedov finishing him, truthfully.
Yeah, it is very well possible, man. He's got that guillotine from hell.
I'm
It's
saying from
team.
strikes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
think
gonna
he's good
be.
enough defensively through wrestling
Yeah,
that Devashvili is gonna come forward and press a takedown. And Nurmagomedov's gonna catch with a knee, question kick. If I think it's gonna be a change of pace, I think Nurmagomedov sleeps him.
yeah, yeah. I could definitely see that how their both their grappling skills could potentially cancel each other out, and we get a full tilt striking match here. That is a huge possibility. The other side of the coin is we get a grappler's treat, and we get to see some of the most high level wrestling in MMA that's on the slate.
That's gonna be a good one. I'm actually gonna take Nurmagomedov on that for sure, though.
Oh, for sure. Nobody can go against Team
You can't
Khabib
bet
on this
against,
one.
yeah. Their family's what, like 28-0
Yeah,
just in the UFC. Something wicked. I saw something the other day.
insanity.
Moving on to your main event, UFC 311, January 18th, Islam Makhachev versus Arman Sarukian. There's going to be a lot of build up to this, but I just don't see Sarukian putting on a very good show up against Islam, man.
Absolutely not. It is still Islam time. He is
Hmm.
not being taken out by any means, and I don't think Sarukian is the guy to do it. I don't see a guy in 155 right now
Right.
that's going to be able to do it. Definitely for the next few years, it's going to be the Makachev show. That's for sure. Perhaps there's a guy that's coming off the contender series in 3 or 4 years that ultimately will get the job as Islam ages, but it's not 2025.
Right. I 100% agree with you. There's just, yeah. He'll probably change divisions, maybe. We'll see. You
Yeah,
never know. They ain't got nobody
yeah,
to fight you, man. You got to keep it rolling.
yeah.
But I just see Islam within three.
Yeah, to see what Sarukian did up against Oliveira and the struggles that he had, although
Right.
it was, he did have that Darce held sort of at the end of the fight, or Oliveira did, but ultimately, Oliveira did put a challenge on him there. And then when you go back to Islam and Oliveira, it was nothing. It was, a couple of rounds and out of there. And I agree with you. Islam's definitely probably going to end up with the finish with this one.